What is up, besties? It's your girl, the Karmic DF, back to you again with another video. And this time, I want to take a look because it did win on the poll. So please do not forget to check out the community. I think they call it post now, but community list, because I post on there so y'all can vote for future videos. And I want to know what y'all want for Friday. But Scarlett Johansson and Ryan Reynolds won. So what I'm going to do is, there was rumors that he cheated on her with Blake Lively, and I guess there was rumors that, you know, he couldn't handle a strong woman like her. I mean, the girl's fine, but I'm just going to, see what happens. One thing I will say is, the moment I decided on getting ready to do this, I couldn't get Heartbreak Hotel out of my head, where it's like, here I sit trying not to cry, asking myself why you do this to me. So I think he had, and now I'm being drawn to Alanis Morissette. I feel like he has a pattern of, I'm hearing the song Womanizer, of diminishing women's spirits, allegedly, no facts here, and making them feel small. And I just see Scarlett being the type where it's like, I'm hearing the song, nobody can drag me down, and I don't know if you saw my light just flicker. So I want to take a look at what their relationship was like, if he did in fact cheat with Blake, all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. As always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page, and it's how I can continue to keep making videos. By the way, I don't know if you all can tell because I'm not on camera today, but your girl is beyond burnt out. So if this is not my best work yet, don't be surprised. No one wanted to tell me it was the full moon. I did a whole vent session on Monday's video, and no one mentioned that full moon was coming up. I was like, why the hell am I so emotional? And then I see that the full moon's here, and I'm like, oh, okay, got it. So anyway, if you want to book a private reading, thekarmicdf.com. I'm so close to finishing up the clients I already have. I'm trying, y'all. But y'all don't want lackluster energy, and that's what I got. So, all alleged for entertainment purposes only. What was their relationship dynamic like? And did he cheat? Whoa, okay. That's weird that flew out. Just one? Okay. Do they have kids? I don't know. Do they have kids? I should have looked that up, huh? 8 of Cups. Okay, what was their You know, I got this energy too when I decided that I was actually going to do this, even though my spirit guides were like, please don't work today. I was like, I'm going to work today. Sorry. Notice how there's it looks like a bullet hole in this woman's back. Why do I feel like he's the type where he does subtle gestures to let you know that, it's giving very unevolved Scorpio. How do I word this, spirit? Accidentally liking your story on Instagram, bumping into you when he knows you're going to be there. I feel like this dude is so much more manipulative than we know. And if people were to actually come out and say this, just like we've seen the rippling effect of Diddy, for instance, we would find out that Ryan is kind of awful. If I'm going to be honest, he promises this family. He promises, I'm going to give you the world. And it's just, it's giving me so much. I always say Venus and Aries. It doesn't mean he has it, though. Monkey branch from woman to woman to woman. Who can I power? It's like he has this idea that he has to have the perfect family, but it's really, I just heard for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, pretty much. It's just to keep the illusion of the perfect man that people think that he is, right? I know right now Eat the Rich is strong, so people aren't falling for bullshit as much as they used to. But let's be honest, he's a good-looking dude, right? And we want to believe that people that look like him are also awesome. I don't feel none of that in his energy. I think he has a tendency of destroying women's self-confidence, self-worth, and self-esteem. And then when the damage is done, it's almost like he likes that. And one thing I'm seeing is I believe Scarlett's a Sag. You can't really break her spirit. Yeah, I'm hearing the song from Beyonce, You Won't Break My Soul. He couldn't he hurt her emotionally. I don't know about physical. I'm not getting into that. He hurt her a lot emotionally, but it was like, you're never going to get the best of me. You're never going to see me sweat. And I think they fought a lot too with all this blue here. It's reminding me of the throat chakra, where it's like, okay, all right, you're going to hurt me. I'll hurt you back. Like, that's kind of the vibe. I think Scarlett was like a match. Like, I don't think she was mean. What is that song? Just when you think you got me figured out, the season's already changing. She's smart. She was always 2 steps ahead of him. And I think that's why this relationship really didn't work out, because he has this like, girls like fawn over him. Scarlett's like, yeah, I'm hearing the song, that don't impress me much. So, yeah. That ego battle. His words didn't work on her. His words did not work on her. And yeah, I do think that he was a slut. And are there any rumors that he's cheated on Blake? Because again, I always get this energy where it's like he's trying to keep whoever he's dating busy so that they don't look at what he's doing. This would be like, oh my God, you should totally go for that role, but then I'm going to produce the movie. And then I'm going to make sure you're busy so that I can go do fuck shit. Because the Page of Wands always reminds me of like, where's your dick been? Like, that's kind of the vibe. He's got a really big ego. And considering that he looks like that, I think it's worked for him. One thing I'll say, though, with age especially, because I've seen this happen in my own life, when you get older and you're ugly on the inside, it starts to show. Like, I've seen people like turn overnight where it's like, you didn't look like that yesterday. It comes out. Like, I've seen it. And so I think that's kind of why we're seeing Ryan start to look skinny. I mean, he could be one of the many on Ozempic, whatever. But I'm hearing the song, I See Your True Colors Shining Through. One way or another, people are going to figure it out. I think it might be the court of public opinion, but there's just a theme here with Ryan where he weaponizes, like, this kind of reminds me of like one of those self-help groups where all the women get together to talk about their experience. It's reminding me of oh my God, what is that movie? Oh, where all the women get together to catch out the dude that's cheating on all of them at the same time. It's like all of his exes could come together for like a support group because they've all been through the same shit. Even Blake, like, he's just very smooth with what he says. He promises a lot. We'll create a family. I love you. But it's like as soon as he knows he's got you, he's going to hurt you because he doesn't actually care. I need to move the camera. I need to figure out a better way to do this, but I just never do. All right, Spirit. Why the 10 of Cups to come out, though? This would be like he has a tendency of promising the world. Like, I'm going to give you the family. That's what I want. But I see someone, like, crossing their fingers. And so it's like, he sells a dream because he wants you to be his arm candy while he gets away with whatever the fuck else he wants. This would be like, he's an actor, so I don't really know how that works because he's not a musician. But this would be like saying he's on set, but then maybe he's going to a club right down the road and he's sleeping with a fangirl and then like make sure that she never says anything. Like, I'm hearing no paps. I think he's cheated with more than just Blake. I haven't gotten to Blake yet, to be honest, but I do see something about putting your dick where it don't belong. So, all right, what was their relationship dynamic, Spirit? It wasn't equal. I think she really tried at one point because she did love him. Because, like, look at how on the Hierophant there's a woman, like, trying to be peaceful. It's like, I'm trying to hold my breath, trying to hold it together. I'm going to be all right. It literally says guru on the card. But I think eventually, it reminds me of like a boiling up. It's like, you know what? And then notice how she's holding this phone. So I wonder if she caught him out. Because now I'm hearing Keisha Cole, I should have lied, I should have cheated. Baby, I should have went out to the club. I think he cheated. I do. Ooh. If it's with Blake, I'll let you know when it comes out. But definitely fangirls, I think he's a hoe. Faux show is what I just heard. Holy Spirit can be funny. All right. So what was the relationship like? I don't know if they showed this in the public, but this is giving me like hot and cold. Sometimes we break up, sometimes we don't. Let's not let the public know, but I think there was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of screaming matches. He's not nice once he has you. It's almost like, you ever date someone who just, it's like almost void of emotion, void of empathy? That's kind of Ryan's energy. It's just like, I almost wonder if this is why he aims so high, like being a producer, being an actor, being the owner of Mint Mobile. Like, there's a void in him where he really just, Spirit, how would I word this? I'm trying to be careful with my words. I wouldn't say narcissist. I wouldn't say sociopathic. I would just say, do we know anything about his childhood? Let me know in the comments, because it's almost like his heart is just completely shut off. And so someone like Scarlett, I'm seeing like very vibrant, very vivacious, very like fun. Let's do that. Like, I wouldn't be shocked, because I keep seeing it, so I can't ignore it. I wouldn't be shocked if he's into like aggressive sex, like BDSM, stuff like that, because it just feels like in his energy, I feel very numb. I don't really feel like anything inspires me. I'm not impressed. I don't really give a shit how hot you are. I feel dead inside. I don't even know how he keeps going with this energy. I don't know if this is how he felt when he was with her, because I'm seeing like it's a continuation. I think this is what women have had to deal with when they were with him. It's like sometimes... Has he been diagnosed with anything? Has anyone come out like blind items or something like that? Because this is giving me like maybe bipolar, maybe just depression where he has moments where he's alive again. But there's just this, he's so void. It's so weird. I think this is why I felt safe enough to do this reading, even though I'm exhausted and burnt out, because there's just no empathy. It's kind of like I'm sitting here and I'm talking to my spirit team, obviously in my head, and I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, nothing. And I'm like, okay, but what's going on? Like, what does he feel? Nothing. Wait, nothing? Nothing. Like, there's nothing there. It's like, knock, knock, hello. I don't know that Ryan, yeah, oh, there you go. Lil Wayne never knew how to love. What is up with this energy? There was definitely a tug and pull dynamic in their relationship that ended to the downfall. I'm hearing the song, Can You Meet Me Halfway? He's never willing to do whatever the woman wants. He's selfish. He's fucking selfish. Yeah, I'm being drawn to how Justin Timberlake got called out for the Britney Spears book, and instead of, admitting accountability, he put out that song, Selfish, where he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm jealous, but it's because I'm selfish. Like, all right, that was kind of a banger song, but you still just continuously tell on yourself. That's the vibe with Ryan. Who he is at home and who he is around other people that are celebrities is not who we see. This nice guy role, bullshit. They're drawing me to Ellen DeGeneres, how she got called out for being a mean. The higher up you are on the star, spectrum, the more narcissistic and sociopathic and lack of empathy you're going to be. Because who'd you have to climb on to get there, right? Like, I'm being drawn to how this is a mountain, so it's like, I think he just sees women as a means to an end. And I think Scarlett caught that on real quick, because she just gives me like golden retriever energy, where it's like, I want to create things. I want to live life. I want to explore. It's very Sagittarius. And I think they had a lot of arguments about like where they're headed. Where is this going? This isn't fair. I think she yelled at him a lot. I just see her being like, dude, like, can we... It's given Hailey Bieber energy. Like, can we get out? Can we do something? Like, you're in your head too much. Like, let's get out. And sometimes that's useful. And I feel like in this case it was. Because I just, the father that's not necessarily a deadbeat, but he's always in his office from morning to night working, and he never pays attention to anyone ever. He's just in the office. Not to go into the office. And yeah, maybe he's in the family and he shows up in the photos, but he's really not there. That's Ryan's energy with like everybody he dates. It's like, you're something that fits the status quo that I need. You're something I can put my dick in. Sorry, but I'm hearing it. And you're hot, so yeah, that looks good for me. But again, it's like he's constantly chasing things outside of himself because he's unhappy, which then makes him explode and be cruel to the women in his life. This is wild. Gaslighting. Bro, it's like I'm fucking psychic. It's your stereotypical, I love bomb you. Okay, we're good. Now I'm going to pull my love away from you. It's that stereotypical, like, gambling, right? Like, the slot machine, I think that's it, right? The thing with the thing. I don't know, y'all. I'm burnt out. Bear with me here. But it's like, he conditions women to expect nothing so that when they get a little bit of something, limerence, that's the word, limerence connections, when you can make up shit because they're not around. So you can either put them on a pedestal and not really see who they are. That's kind of what he kind of banks on with women. It's like, love bomb you, make you feel like you're on top of the world. Okay, now I can go back to focusing on myself because I'm top dog. Like, he's mean. Like, I'm being drawn to the song, I think Eminem, Meanie. I think it's called Meanie. Like, that's the vibe. It's like, he can't deal with women that are strong and powerful. I think this is why there's always been there feels like a divide that we maybe y'all know about. I don't follow none of this shit. Where like Taylor kind of peeves him off because Taylor's the type that's like another Sagittarius. Maybe it triggers him because of Scarlett. But it's like, I don't like women that talk back. I don't like women that think that he sees women, is misogynistic. What? I just heard misogyny. Am I saying that right? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so exhausted. He sees women as a means to an end. He does not care about them. It's like, looking for a squirrel with a nice butt to get a nut. And then I just heard two hots and a cot. It's like, I could fuck you. You look good on TV. You look good on my arm. Now let the men do what the men do best. This guy, wow, man. I mean, I knew the past 4 years were going to be rough when we found all this shit out, but damn. It's like he's a machine. And I don't even know where this is coming from. Like, he could have daddy wounds, because remember I brought that up. I think the way he knows to live is to create. That's the only time he ever feels remotely alive, is like creating something new. It's like a high that he chases. Because you know what? I need to figure this. Why is he like this, Spirit Team? Did he have a prominent breakup early on in life that could have? Because it's reminding me of how some men, they'll have like one bad breakup and then they become the thing, and vice versa, right? It can happen with any gender. But I've dealt with this personally, where you're paying for someone else's heartbreak, dealing with a heart I didn't break. That's what I just heard. I feel like someone broke his heart a long time ago, and so he promised never again, but then he shut his heart off entirely, and now everyone else that he dates is paying for whoever that is. Yeah, it's like what do we know about his past relationships? I'm not doing no research. Y'all can guess on this. I don't feel like it. Someone hurt him. He caught it. This would be like catching someone cheating, catching someone doing things behind their back. And so he became the very thing that he hated. And so he treats women like trash because he sees women as trash. Because it's like, you know what's reminding me of? Like, not to divide or anything like that, but when people try to come for like Trump supporters, your stereotypical, the white guy that's really angry and he hates women. And it's kind of giving me that type of vibe. It's like women are just a thing. They're just an object. Fuck y'all. But they all have one thing in common, where they have that one breakup. That one breakup that made them go, never again. Like, I dated this guy. I get it. Someone hurt him. He's making everybody else pay for it. Who did he date that was earlier on? Do y'all know? Let me know in the comments. Who could this be? Is it Alanis Morissette? I don't know. Continue, Spirit. This would be like someone, he became what he hated. This is why we need to learn, and this is why we need to stop dating repeatedly. Like, look at Ryan, right? Monkey branch to monkey branch, woman to woman to woman. He didn't heal it, so now Scarlett was paying for it, and now Blake is paying for it. This is why you need to be single for at least, I think they say like a few months per, I don't know, look it up. But someone broke his heart, made him feel like he didn't matter. Could have cheated, it's possible, but this is just giving me like, yeah, like I'm hearing, I think Backstreet Boys quibbling games with my heart. Someone was lying and then like either disappeared on him, or it's like a facade. It's reminding me of how we can't ever see the back of the moon. It's like, I didn't see you for who you really were. I'll never fall for that shit again. And so then he became what he hated. Why is he like this, Spirit? Okay, that's him. This would be like if he got dumped back in high school and he never got over it. Or he got dumped. Because I didn't even know he's been in this many marriages, the way I don't follow this man. He gives Jay-Z vibes where he's super rich, but we never hear about him. So that's curious to me. But someone rejected him or something. Because it's just so much reminds me of like, no offense, I'm not trying to divide people, but like, y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. The MAGA guy that's really fucking angry, and he lives on his mom's couch, and he doesn't have a job, and he's 40, and he hates women, and he blames everybody, but his mom does his laundry. Like, that's Ryan's energy. Like, it's so bizarre. Yeah, what did I say? 3 of Swords. He got his heart broken. Someone left him, and he was like, all right, bitch, bet. I'll get them before they get me. And then he turned into a douchebag. And I think Taylor sees right through him, which is why there's this dynamic going on where it's like that whole, I did the reading already, where like Taylor got suckered into the teaming up on Justin Baldoni. He still thinks he can pull fast ones on every woman because his arrogance is just so high. He knows people worship him. He knows that he could cheat on any of his wives. He knows he can do that. Like, he doesn't, there's no empathy in this man. Oh my God, I need to move on because it's so weird to me. Okay, did he cheat with Blake, Spirit? Oh my God. I just heard the song from Encanto where it's like, what else can I do? It's like, oh, I can make flowers. I'm bored. All right, now I want to try a cactus. He sees women as objects, bro. What? Ryan, what? I'm so glad I don't worship celebrities because I would feel so heartbroken right now. Sorry if any of you are a hardcore Ryan fan. Why did he cheat? Did he cheat? Did he cheat? This would be like if she was around and so it was just an opportunity. But then, like, I see Blake fawning over him because I keep being drawn to how Hailey Bieber was obsessed with Justin, although I stand by her father pushing her on him. I stand by that. I don't care what anybody says. But was Scarlett and Blake friends, or did they run in the same circles? Because this is like the ego, my arrogance getting the best of me. Frenemies, I'm pretending to be cool with you. And like, yeah, I do allegedly, for entertainment purposes, only think that they cheated. Yeah, for sure. I think that she was like, I want him. I'm going to stop at nothing to get him. I'll pretend to be Scarlett's friend. She's a snake. I wouldn't be shocked if Scarlett hates her. You know what's so funny is when I dropped that song, or when I dropped that, I heard, baby, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. Being this bad got me feeling so good. I think that this was in a point in Blake's life where she didn't really feel that valuable, although I see that as a reoccurring theme with her, where she was just like, if I get this man, it proves I'm worthy. And so, fuck Scarlett. Like, that's, oh my God. Good Lord. And again, with the Seven of Cups there, I think he probably put on some kind of bullshit, because I'm hearing the song Take a Bow from Rihanna, where it's like you put on quite a show. This would be like him venting to Blake, like, oh, Scarlett doesn't see me, or she doesn't do the things I want her to do, or blah, 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 blah. And Blake being a pick-me, like, well, I would be what you need. And I think she's shown that, because she's going down to Hollywood right now for being what he needs. But I'm sorry, but man, I would never ride for a dude that badly. Like, get my whole life ruined over a dude. No. This is just, I just heard Spirit go, well, isn't this the consequences of your own actions? Blake, when you start something like this, of course it's not going to go well, because if he feels that he can get whoever he wants, you don't think you're going to be the same type of, like, men don't change like that. It's just, that's not a thing. So, yeah. Yeah, this would be like him complaining, like, oh, she's not what I need. She bites my head off with the head gone there. Like, oh, all we do is fight. But I'm at the same time I'm saying that, I'm hearing the song, all I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. So I think this was when he started, like, trying to impress Blake, like, oh, I'm super rich. This is what I got. Let's go on a trip to Tahiti or some shit like that. And I also want to point out that the moment I dropped these cards, my dog wouldn't shut the fuck up. So again, I feel like this was at a place where Scarlett had enough. Yeah, I'm hearing, like, I've had it up to here. And so instead of, you know, the self-reflection of maybe I'm the piece of shit, I think he just, again, he went from woman to woman to woman to woman. So it was like, oh, Blake is moldable. I mean, Virgo, right? That energy, you can manipulate that if you're not careful. And so I think he promised her the world. And so she was like, yeah, of course. And it's also reminding me, if y'all saw Love is Blind, this chick, Ashley, and Lila Tyler, how he denied having a whole fucking family. Like, this dude's a fucking liar, and he's good at it. He's good at it. And if you want to hear it the way you want to hear it, you're going to buy it. And I feel Blake wanting to believe his shit. What I'm hearing is his sob story, when in reality, Scarlett was just tired of being treated like shit. And I honestly see Scarlett nowadays looking over and being like, that could have been me. Fuck. Like, I don't even think she's got any hatred in her heart these days. Now it's like, what'd you expect? Like, you bought his bullshit. We all bought his bullshit. Like, I feel like if you've been, like, I just heard, if you've been personally victimized by Ryan Reynolds, you may be entitled to compensation. That's such a dick thing to say. All right, Spirit, let's wrap this up. Did he cheat with Blake? This is like, with these two tens in reverse, this is like, I don't want to start something new until I got something else locked down. I don't think he likes to be alone. He likes having someone to, like, worship the ground he walks on. So I think he got in her head, in Blake's head, like, oh yeah, Scarlett's awful. She's the worst. She treats me like shit, pretending that he's the victim. I've cried so many tears. We were supposed to have this beautiful family, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, Scarlett's the one that's completely burnt out, completely destroyed, tried everything to make it work. And now she's at a point where she's barking back because she's like, fuck you. I don't have to listen to you. And he doesn't respect women. He just does not respect women. I'm sorry. I said what I said, my opinion. He doesn't respect women, especially when they talk back. It's very like, I'm your dad. Like, I'm not your equal, I'm your father. You're going to respect me or we're going to have a problem. Like, that's how Ryan approaches his relationships, per my opinion. I would believe half the shit that comes out about him at least because I think he's a terrible person. Wow. Wow. It's like he buys people. Like, oh, I'll buy you the world. I'll give you this. I'll give you that. And because of his money and his status, people fall for it. All right, Spirit, I'm going to have to wrap this up. I don't feel good. Okay. What else do we need to know? Ryan, Scarlett, Blake. No. Why do I feel like... Ooh. This is either like... You know what? I don't know why. I don't know if this is a metaphor, so just bear with me here. But they're bringing me to a couple that I know where the dude was getting sick and tired of being sick and tired, so he took a woman into his house. So I almost wonder if Scarlett was already fed up, but then Ryan pushed it further than you even push it. Like, it's like her barometer was already at a 9.9 out of 10. And then this would be like, I'm giving an example. I don't know for a fact. This would be like having Blake over at the house for like a party or an after party or something like that. And then having sex in their bed. Like, I just keep being drawn to like movies where like they get caught. So I do think that he cheated. I do. I'm going to be honest. But I think he cheats all the time. And I think someone like Blake would just ignore it because she don't want to know. She just doesn't want to know. Yeah, I'm hearing the song, I don't want to know if you're playing me, keep it on the low. Yeah, because he's always in this life crisis where he's like, I don't know what I want. I don't know where to go. I need women to... He sees women as like not only a means to an end, but like build me up, make me feel better about myself, worship me, because he doesn't know how to be his own support. He doesn't like himself. If that's anything that's a little bit better to hear, he doesn't like himself. Like, yeah, he thinks he's hot shit, but think about... Yeah, good call, Spirit. The loudest people in the room are usually the ones that are insecure. It's the quiet ones you got to watch out for because we don't feel the need to like prove ourselves. There's this evil inside of him where he's kind of void. And so he pretends to be this lover boy. But if you were to see him at home, I feel like he screams at women. I feel like he manipulates like, oh, my phone died. Why weren't you there at exactly 4 o'clock? You're 5 minutes late. I'm going to punish you. Like the epitome of dating your father. This guy is fantastic for people with daddy issues. Like, and I think Scarlett just wanted out. Yeah, I'm hearing JoJo get out. Whew. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Did they work together or something? I'm so sorry. I did no research. Were they working together? Like, did Blake start a new endeavor and Ryan was working there and then, like, they blurred the lines? Because I keep being drawn to, like, Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater. And there was, you know, there's a lot of mirroring with that situation and this one. It's like cheating on the baby mama. Did they have a movie together or something? The way I do not pay attention to none of this. All right, Spirit, wrap it up, please. Yeah, this is like, you're beautiful. You put up with me. You're the next best thing. I'm going to get rid of Scarlett. I don't want to deal with her bullshit anymore. She's not taking care of me the way that she used to. And it's like, no self-reflection as to why, Ryan. You're treating her like shit. But I think that because he thinks he's so like, nothing. What is that? Nothing shall prosper. What was that? I lost it. Something shall prosper. No enemies formed against me shall prosper. I think that's it. I don't know. Spirit said that in my head. He just thinks he's big bad shit. So it's like, I can get another one. Yeah, I just heard DJ Khaled. Another one. He's a hoe. But he wants the white picket fence to continue this narrative. Is he involved in the Diddy Epstein stuff? Because this dude feels way too calculated. And I don't understand where it's coming from because it's very manipulative. And I understand that a lot of people say Scorpios and the unevolved are manipulative, but this is like weirdly manipulative, and I don't know where it's coming from. If you guys want me to look into like Ryan's life or something, like anything like that, like let me know down in the comments, because there's just something that's not lining up for me. I don't understand why he's like this. I get it, a breakup, yeah, but he doesn't have to be as mean as he is. And for him, it was like, ooh, Blake's the new pretty shiny thing. So bye, Scarlett. Like, that's the vibe. Yeah, it's like, you'll look good, you'll pass the test. I think he can also smell weakness is what I'm hearing, because I'm being drawn to a shark in the water that can smell blood. He knew that Blake would put up with more shit. He was realizing that Scarlett wasn't going to tolerate it. Yeah, I'm hearing the song, We're Not Going to Take It Anymore. And so Blake was like, swoon. Like, she was like starry-eyed for him. So it was like, oh, perfect. This will do what I need it to do. And it's just, oh, hold on. One more time, Spirit, before I let this go. Why is Ryan so void of empathy? I'm going to pull from the middle. Hold up. Depression. Okay, that's friction. Oh, you son of a bitch. He likes turning women against each other. He likes when people fight for him. This is what happens when you don't heal from your childhood. You thrive in chaos because it's what you know. Remember, the first 7 years of your life, you are in a hypnotic state, so you absorb everything around you. If there is something that says that he had a beautiful childhood, I call bullshit. Because this is like he enjoys, it's like he doesn't know how to feel unless there's fighting. He doesn't know how to feel unless people are hurt. It's like he enjoys people's pain. This is the type of dude that, like, if he saw like a toddler fall off their bike, he'd sit there and watch because he enjoys the kid being in pain. Like, not literal, maybe metaphorical, but why is he like this? It's got something to do with a woman too. Like, was his mom abusive? Because now I'm being drawn to Gypsy Rose. Like, was his mom awful to him? This would be like his mom making him be the parent, and so then he becomes the parent in his relationships too, or the mom being a deadbeat, because this is kind of reminding me of like My 500-Pound Life for some reason, maybe because she's heavyset. This is like trauma from childhood where he learned really early on that in order to get ahead, it's better to pin people against each other and make them hurt so that I can gaslight them out of their own reality so that I don't have to grow up and change and be who I need to be. Real quick, one more time, Spirit. Why is he like this? This is bizarre to me. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Definitely cares about image more than anything else. Can't let go of the past. I'm telling you, it's got something to do with childhood. Look at the graduation there. He feels like he was wrong in the past. The woman, I mean, it could be like his mom treated him like shit, then he went on to date someone and he was still innocent and that person broke his heart and then he was like, enough. And then became an asshole. Because there's just something like, look at how this shell of a being is looking to the past. It's like, I can't let go. So I'm going to be the one that It's reminding me of like an overt narcissist. If I control the rhetoric, you don't get a say. If I tell you who I am now, this is how it's going to be. Like, this wouldn't shock me if he has conversations before getting married where it's like, you need to listen to me. When I say no to something, you better not do it. Like, I feel like I've done a reading where I did the relationship dynamic of him and Blake before all this shit went down. And I saw something where it was like, he might tell her that she can't do certain roles. I'm seeing that where it's like, what I say goes. Like, usher my way. What I say goes. This dude is high off of being the boss. Back deck. Good Lord. She saw right through him. Scarlett saw right through him. She saw things from a different point of view. You can't get me stuck. Nope. And I think she was really focused on getting out. This gives me like domestic, not literal. I don't know if they physically fought. Y'all would know that. I'm not getting into that. This is giving me like domestic. How do I get out? I can't get out. How do I get out? Honestly, I think partly Scarlett is happy that Blake came into the picture because it's like, good. You know how like you get your heart broken by someone and you've been like Stockholmed and you're like emotionally abused by them and you're afraid you'll go back because you have a million times, but then they get someone new and you're like partly heartbroken, but then partly like, well, that'll keep me away. I think that's how she felt like in the early stages where it was like, well, this will keep me from going back. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I keep hearing the song, every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back, He's really good at manipulation tactics. Scorpio energy. I mean, are we surprised? And he always promised something in the future. We'll after this, I'll get through this. I'll do this. We'll do that. A lot of talk, no action. He doesn't change. He's a game player. And honestly, this kind of gives me a little bit more empathy for all he cares about is his stability and how he looks and creating something big. It feels like he's trying to prove something to somebody. Like, I wonder if it's the mom in particular. Maybe his dad wasn't even around. I'm not sure. But with the Chariot in reverse, it's like no matter how hard Scarlett tried, it just... See the fire there? It's like she tried so hard to light a fire. And this is reminding me of that whole Gabby Petito situation. And if y'all don't remember that, it wasn't that long ago, where she died and the cop didn't notice that she was a victim of a narcissist. Like, okay, so maybe he's a narcissist. That's possible. Allegedly, no facts here. I think that she's a free child with that van life there. She's a free spirit. He couldn't stop her from shining. I wouldn't be shocked, especially with the Ace of Cups there, if she had roles where he was like, no, you can't do that, especially with the like little Cinderella thing there. And she was like, fuck yeah, I can. She fought back. So he needed to find someone who was more malleable to his bullshit. And so he did. And that is why Blake is where she's at today. So I'm going to leave it here, besties. Let me know if you guys know anything about this, because, I mean, I don't Google anything. Maybe I'm telling y'all shit you already know. But I'm going to leave it here, thekarmicdf.com. You can find me on social media everywhere, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. But, yeah, let me know if you guys want me to look into Ryan a little bit more, because that lack of empathy is just not making sense to me. I mean, I get it. Heartbreak. I can see that. There might be some, like, hold up. Family spirit, real quick. Imbalance. Looks... Is he a Nepo baby? Like, were his parents... Was the dad not in the life, too? So maybe he had to step up? There's something here with the family that's not adding up. I don't buy that he had a happy home life, if that's what they say. I call bullshit. Why is he like this, Spirit? I'm stuck on this now. Vulnerable. Okay. Mental health. This is like trying to run away from shit from the past that I don't want to deal with, so I'm going to become the problem. Yeah. I have a sort of gaslighting. I almost wonder if, like, I keep being drawn to Gypsy Rose's mom. So if it wasn't, I really feel like it's his mom. Like, maybe his mom was either... It almost feels like a mixture. I feel like his mom forced him to grow up early, but then also was, like, verbally abusive. So you become what you know. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm going to leave it here, thekarmicdf.com. Thank you to everybody that watches my videos. Don't forget to check out the community post so you can vote for the other couples we do this week. And, yeah, I'm going to leave it here. So thank you so much.